Introducing
Aida. Look at Aida. Welcome to the Q&A. If you can hear the beats downstairs, apologies. We can't really do much about it. Just vibes to it. Feel the rhythms, feel the vibes. It's bobsleigh time.
Bop your head.
Do you know what I'm not from?
Yeah. Cool runnings.
Feel the rhythms. Feel the vibes.
Oh.
Anyways, so on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, I asked people for their questions they wanted to ask us, and this is what we were asked. There are quite a few of them, so hopefully it won't take us too long to go through it. If it does, then we will just separate this into different parts because it could be really long and tedious. So anyways, the first question from yeah right is, why were you guys missing for so long?
Why?
Why were we missing for so long? I was here all the time. I've been here. Okay, I've been a bit in and out. But you've been missing for a while. Last time you were on my channel was 10 months ago.
Wow, that's a long time.
It's a very
long time.
So why were you missing for 10 whole months?
Why was I missing?
Yes, I didn't see you in that whole 10 months at all, did I?
Not once. The first time we've seen each other in a long time.
Alright, stop being silly.
Okay, well, my reason is because I just felt like with YouTube and all social media and so forth, you have to put like a persona on. And I felt like in each video, no matter how much I felt like I had to put a persona on, I didn't want to. So it's like I was fighting myself. It was like a battle. Like I was trying not to show my emotions as well as not try to over exaggerate them, so it just looked like I was dead like this.
I don't think he was dead.
No, trust me.
Think he was dead?
No, so trust me.
This is my videos in general.
No, your videos, yeah. So I'm just thinking like.
So are you more real now?
I'm just honest now. I don't really care too much about a camera. It's just a camera. It's just I feel like whatever comes in my mind, just say it.
Yeah.
Because
Fair enough.
best way is life, innit? Best way is life. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either. You both seem quite politically aware. Have you both always been like that, or did one of you influence the other? Do you wanna, or should I?
You might as well go first.
Okay, I think that he was the one that was more politically aware before I was politically aware. Like, I remember it was either like a year into our relationship.
A
year into that?
Yeah, a year and like a few months.
That he was there into Malcolm X and things, and I was like trying to find books for him to read, like buy him this stuff for Christmas or whatever for his birthday. And but you were saying that at school you had a teacher or something. Yeah. Who was a bit.
Right, he was very politically aware. But for me, it's always been a thing where I wouldn't say politically aware, but I've always been proud of being black. It's like because it's been like a default thing. Like from young, I loved Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin. Was it called Power Rangers?
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and I loved the Black Ranger because he used to dance and fight, and I was like, wow, that's amazing. So obviously, when you go to primary school, like when you go back into school, you start fighting and dancing. And people think you're weird. And I'm not weird, it's just that
weird.
I'm just copying a guy from TV, man, the only one who looks like me. So then basically from there, it's like, as I grew, I was always the one who kind of went on the black side all the time, but I never knew why. It was only when I reached sixth form, like you said, and then my teacher started to make me aware of certain things that was happening. And I started reading books, started doing research and so forth, and then I just started gaining knowledge, man. And I saw the truth, or the other side, if you like to call it that.
Yeah, and then I probably started, I think it was in my second year of university, when I remember I used to go around campus and ask people different questions about shadism and about hair and that kind of thing, and that was around the same time, because I went natural within my, so between first and second year, it was in the holidays in between, and then that what kind of opened me up more into it, and then my dissertation was also on like black issues.
Yeah.
And so it started around there. Like, I guess you had an influence, but it wasn't a direct influence where as soon as you started reading it, I was like, yeah, I need to jump on this thing. It was kind of gradual. It was more natural the way it happened for both of us, I guess. Okay, Steph Powell, hey. She says, 5 years is a long, wonderful time. Do you plan to get married soon? Do you plan to get married soon? Do you plan to marry me soon?
Of course.
Wow. Guys, if you knew the amount of time we had conversations on marriage and your mind changes all the time.
No, but it's not like it's changed. My mind is like, I will marry you. But
you always sound like a bit of doubt in there. But what? But
obviously, because I said the but it's not gonna be the conventional way, the normal way. It's like I'm not gonna go that way.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't really want to sign papers to say that we're married. I mean, we have to have like a certain agreement that we have lawyers and so forth, so they know it's official.
What, you mean a prenup? What are you doing a prenup?
Would I do a prenup? Does it even exist in our country? But it's
Doesn't
something
it?
similar. So yeah.
So like, I don't really
would you?
I don't really care. I mean,
I probably would.
Like,
I don't know.
I don't see that being the kind of person to be like, if you split up, I want to take your money. I don't think it would be like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But you never know. Whatever. Would you propose, like, you know, convent like your money, or?
Do you want that?
I want to be perfect. I want to be, oh my god, but not in front of people, please, because that's embarrassing.
Well, we'll see what happens.
And put it on this ring. I don't like this finger. I don't like this nail, so I put it on my right hand.
Yeah. So you answered your question, didn't it?
So I think we will, hopefully. He says it. We'll wait and see. How did you guys meet? How did we meet?
Through a friend.
Yeah. We met through a friend and now we're together.
No, it was actually through internet dating.
It's not technically it's not like we went on
It was
what was
internet
this?
dating.
Cupid online.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
it wasn't
We
like
went
that.
on that one, Cupid. That's it.
I made that up. Is that even a thing?
Oh, I don't know.
Isn't there like a?
I don't know.
What's that swipey thing that they have nowadays?
Ah, I forgot.
Tinder.
That's it, Tinder. No, but Tinder wasn't then. It wasn't there then.
No, we didn't meet. We met on BlackBerry Messenger.
Which is technically internet dating. But
No, it depends how you see it, because I honestly did not see it as internet dating. It was me, I had my friends on there, some random people that I'll speak to here now and then, post some riddles on a broadcast, see who gets them right, because I love riddles, and yeah.
we had a different experience on BBM, man.
Clearly, because you were there fishing for women and I was there fishing for riddles.
Definitely, man. What? Riddles? That would make,
I mean, I like my... Yeah.
That don't make sense, man. I was there, you know what? Trying to get as many as I can at once. You know?
At once?
At once.
You a player?
I was going to be.
And then what happened?
And then obviously one girl deleted my list of random females.
You had a different
list of random girls.
That he wanted to...
Do the do-doing.
Do the do-do it?
That's the best way to put it.
Such a...
Basically what happened was, well, they got deleted. And then luckily she wasn't on the list. And then I lost my phone. And then, well, it didn't really get lost, but then I got a new one. And then when I got a new phone, I just messaged.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
We totally forgot about how we actually had trouble on BBM.
How?
Like, how did you have me on your BBM? Because of our friend, our mutual friend.
Do you know, to be fair, we actually skipped the whole question. How did you
Yeah, exactly.
Basically what happened was, I saw a picture of her the first time, of her face, and I was like, wow, she's beautiful, and so forth, Yeah, but then I didn't say anything. Then I saw her again, but another picture of her on the side and her booty looked a bit big.
It was on my, you know, if you have like an Apple computer and you have photo booth and you have those effects where it's like the swirly effect. I did that, but on my butt. I took a picture. It was clearly fake because my bum was like this and the wall behind me was curved as well. But yeah, my friend put it up as a display picture and he obviously saw it thinking, this girl's got a back off, and really and truly it's clearly fake.
I didn't really think this girl got a back off. I was just thinking, oh, it's her again. And I was like, this time I have to go for it. So then I went for it and I said, can I have a pin?
And then she got to me and asked me whether he can have my pin, and I said as long as he knows that I'm in a relationship right now and you know nothing's gonna come of this, then it's cool. So then we were talking a bit, got to ask general questions about where you're from, found out that he's also from East Africa and we eat the same kind of foods like chapati and mandazi, and that he went to a school near mine.
What school? Oh yeah, what? No, go ahead.
You don't even know what school he went to.
Oh, that school. Yeah.
Yeah, and then then I remember you saying that you played football, and I was like, I swear everyone that goes to your school only plays basketball because that's all I ever saw.
Yes.
And then we kind of just stopped talking after that. Whatever happened, then the whole phone situation, his phone, when I broke up or I got dumped with my ex-boyfriend, and then he was still on my BBM because you can still see the contact pictures, and then he had this really explicit photograph that I was like, what the?
I didn't remember the picture.
It was like,
remembers it.
I remember in my head, it was like a man on the woman, like he's holding the woman down, and it's like it's a drawing.
Oh, it was a drawing.
It was a drawing.
Yeah, I think I still have that on my phone. Yeah.
But it's kind of like X-ray visually, if you think.
No, it was black and white.
Was it black and white?
Like
to me, it looked like yeah. And I was like, this is way too explicit for me. I'm just here being the little Mary that I was. And then I was like, what the heck? So I just kept it there. I was going to delete him, but I just left him there. And eventually he popped back into my life, and then we had a whole conversation. And then
she was feeling me. I wasn't feeling her. I was joking.
You pursued me. Having been together for so long, what would you say is the most important element in keeping a healthy relationship going? Lots of love from Kenya. Jambo.
Hey, Jambo.
Habari gani.
Asante sana.
Hey. Well, obviously, we all know what the main thing is.
The main thing, what? Communication.
Yeah, I was going to say it at the same time as you, but you kind of...
I just went
do it again.
Fast, yeah.
Communication. Your voice like that. Yeah, communication.
Yeah.
Obviously, everyone says it, but it really is the truth. It's a lot harder than they make it seem.
Yeah, it is harder. The reason is because you have to admit the truth.
Yeah.
And you have to admit your true feelings. Because if you don't, the problem is still gonna lurk around in a relationship, and you're both still gonna feel that bad vibe. But once you let all that energy out, man, I'm telling you, the feeling you get after is like, goose fraba, you feel good.
Like you're just floating on it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's good after, like at the time it's painful, but afterwards you're like, oh, it's cool, it's calm. So communication.
You know what? There's other like is this a word? Non-communication.
Or like non-verbal.
Non-verbal communication, and that's really just reading them. So reading their body language, or reading how they respond to you in a text or whatever it may be, like being able to tell if their mood has changed a bit by little actions. It's not like you have to analyze them, but it's like you have to kind of pay attention to your partner. And
coming off of that, texts are very hard to really be able to pick up someone's emotion in. So if you are like, yeah, because sometimes I'm texting you, I'm angry, but you can't really even, you're just carrying on like things are normal.
What is it?
You see, you wouldn't even know. So phone calls is probably the best, like if you're in a mood with someone, or like voice notes or something along those lines, so that they can actually feel how you're feeling through that. Because you can perceive a text message completely different to what somebody else was trying to put across. So that, and I would say for me personally, is taking time to like go out places together and bond outside of your usual area. Because like usually I'll just come here and we'll just chill.
Man, I can do that forever.
He loves to chill. He's lazy and loves to just be there chilling, whereas I like to go have an adventure, you know, go outside in the sun, go for a walk.
You know what, I ain't gonna lie, man, I like to adventure, because every time you do go out, it is a great time.
Exactly.
But it's just that
the feeling of going, the initial putting this jacket on and going out.
Yeah, man, if I could just go like this, yeah, why not?
But in sometime, maybe.
Like with my socks and my slippers, open slippers, you know, African ones.
And your long johns.
The uncle ones, the long john. Yeah, and long john gang all day, all day. Yes.
Oh my days.
Oh,
And also I would say having goals, like mutual goals that you guys can work towards.
Yeah.
Whether that be, I don't know, holidays or when you want to move out together or something small, maybe working on projects together, something like that. Just things that will help bond you and yeah. Look what I said asks, what are you guys doing post uni and also religious differences? So we graduated from university 2 years ago now.
Yeah, coming to 2 years.
Damn, 2014. And from after uni, before I even graduated, so I'd stopped university, I had a couple of weeks and I started working in a university technology college, which is basically a school for ages 14 to 19 that specialises in a certain field, whatever that may be. Like the one I worked in was a media one.
Yeah.
And I worked there as a media arts technician for the first year, and then the second year I was a teaching assistant. And then I left that job because I wasn't really happy in it and I would always complain to him.
Yeah, all the time, man. All this negative energy, like, I don't need that. I don't need it.
Yeah, so eventually I left it and I decided to start my own brand, which is Mother and Diaspora, and that's what I'm doing now, just living my life, like actually living my life now, not working for someone.
Yes.
And yeah, that's what I'm doing. And what are you doing, mate?
So basically, same as she said, finished uni like 2 years ago, about 2 years ago, a year and a half or so, whatever. And then I was chilling for a bit, and then I got into security for like a couple of months, and then I kind of like went off it, and just came back again like at it, but this time it was like 6 times a week. Like I was working 6 times a week or 6 times a day.
12 hours.
12 hour shifts. Like it was
night
mental.
shifts.
And basically at that time, yeah, I wanted to just pursue poetry. But the thing was, I was thinking I needed money to save and do certain things, so I basically worked like 3 months straight, just working day in, day out, just ridiculous hours, coming back home, sleeping for like 2, 3, probably 4 hours.
Sleeping on the job.
Sleeping on the job as well, man. I was just doing a madness. And then after that, I said, you know what, I need to actually take this seriously. Like I have to go pursue it, regardless of how long it takes me. If I do get broke or whatever it may be, I'm just gonna go for it. So it's like I said to myself, was it June? Let me just go part-time and let me just work on what I need to do to improve my poetry, so and like actually become like an established poet and so forth. So it's like I went to workshops and so forth, different shows to perform, and then I connected with people, got to know a lot of people, and now them people are helping me out with certain things, and I'm gonna start doing my own projects and so forth, just to release and see all the progress that I've had and done, and then just show it to the world, man. So basically it's right now your boy Karai Koesa.
Hey, that's the first time you actually said Karai Koesa on like
social media.
Yeah, damn, Karai Koesa.
Yeah, man.
So yes, what we're doing, just more entrepreneurial things.
Yeah. And
religious differences. Right now, I don't really think there are any religious differences.
I mean,
we're not religious.
I'm not religious. Well, I'm not religious. She's not religious.
I mean, before when we first started going out, there was religious differences in the sense that you were more Catholic. You were Catholic.
I was Catholic, man. Look, I'll pray for every meal, and I'll pray before I slept every day. Hey, I was loyal.
Look to God.
Amen. I was loyal to the Bible, to Jesus. But nah, not anymore, man. I've changed. Obviously, like doing the reading and understanding certain things. There's certain things I can't. Doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, and it doesn't resonate with me. So I'm thinking, you know what? Let me just go on a path of trying to find out who I am, and then discover that who that person is, and realize that person is God.
Okay, something weird.
I'm not weird though. Look, certain people understand me. Certain people understand me. They're the fellow gods. They're the fellow gods. Hear me? I need to cut. Relax. I need to relax.
Yeah, you relax. Let me talk now. Please sit back. So,
Calm.
Yeah, you're Catholic. I was Muslim, but I've never really connected much with the religion. I did try because I think my problem is that it seemed very forced, like put on most of the time. Like during Ramadan, I'll just do it just for the sake of it and never really do it for the actual reason that you're meant to. Like I would just sit there and not eat. Most of the time I would sleep just to get through the day because I was hungry, I was cranky, I just wanted to sleep, yeah. And then like when I was younger, I used to go to the mosque and I wasn't very comfortable then either. And it was always since young just being kind of in conflict with this, trying to be religious, but it not really fitting with what I feel inside. Like it wasn't really sitting with me too much. So it got to a point where I did try and I was just like, you know what? It's not in me. So there was one year that I just didn't fast at all and I was cool with it. I was like, I can't force this. And then seeing family members.
Wait, how did that feel?
I didn't feel any kind of way, you know.
You didn't feel any way?
It's only the only time that I felt something is when other family members who are fasting ask you, are you fasting? And then you feel bad because you're not doing it. Yeah. And they're like, why are you not? Because the only time I felt like I should be religious was because of family members being religious. It wasn't because of me wanting to.
Okay.
And so, yeah, that's me. And now it's more about believing in whatever you put out into the world, you get back. So like the law of attraction and visualizing things and having that manifest into your life and believing in certain, just like that.
Let your first thing of the day be a prayer, but let it be the prayer of seeing your future.
Brandy Smithson asks, any future travel plans?
Yeah.
We're going away in August.
There's a wedding in August.
Yes, we're going to...
And it's going to be my friend's wedding.
Yeah, his friend's wedding. It's going to be the best man at his friend's wedding in Cyprus, which should be quite exciting. And the woman that he's getting married to is also a blogger, which is also pretty cool. So we're going to have like a blogging wedding. And yeah, that's our only real travel plans right now. We did want to go and do like an East Africa journey, traveling through East Africa.
You don't need to tell them that, man. When it happens, it will happen.
Okay, yeah, it's not happening now, but when it happens, we will tell you it's happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, right now it's just Cyprus in the summer. So this was a question that was on one of my other videos, and this is by Be Young Forever 1. She basically, in a nutshell, is asking about what my boyfriend feels about the whole light skin, dark skin thing, about how men are usually, in a relationship, the man is usually the darker skin and the woman was the lighter skin one. So what are your opinions and why do you think that happens?
Coming off her statement, I do agree that a lot of dark skinned brothers go with light skinned sisters. Vice versa, light skinned sisters go with dark skinned brothers. And it's like, I believe it had an effect on me. Like, being honest, like, from the age of 9 or so, like, when you look out for girls, even though you don't think anything sexual, but you just look for attraction, the only girls that I was attracted to were light-skinned ones. And even though, like, I saw other attractive girls, they didn't catch my eye. Even though that light-skinned girl was not the best looking, it's just because she was light-skinned, I looked out for her. And it's like when I went into secondary school, which is when I was like 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 to 16, I was still looking for the same thing. Because like every time, I used to move a lot. So I used to go to different schools all the time. So every time I went to a new school, I was looking for that light-skinned girl. That one girl that I could just look at. Because I was never that guy to really approach. But only when I got older, but it's like, I was just there to look.
Yeah. That was me as well.
It was just a crazy experience, and it was only like when I reached sixth form, which was when I was like 16 to 18 when I started reading, and my teacher influenced me made me more politically aware, or let's say more aware of myself. And I started appreciating my skin colour and appreciating the beauty of other races, as well as my black sisters, my dark skinned sisters. and the thing is, but by that time I was with Aida, so it's like, she's a good person. And the reason I can't break up with her because of just her skin complexion and so forth and all that. So I was thinking, I know what I like and I can see the beauty in everyone now. It's just that I'm happy with what I got now. So it's like, okay, cool. But if I had like met you, if I met you later on, it still wouldn't, because it's not like I don't like light skin people. I like, but it's like, I would have not taken it as like, oh snap, I got myself a lightie. Jeez.
That's what you used to think, innit?
Yeah.
People with your lighties.
Yeah, I know, man. People are addicted to lighties, man. I don't know why.
I don't know either. I think I've always been attracted
No,
to
but
dark
I
skin
can't
guys.
say I don't know why. I just it's life experience, isn't it?
Where'd you get your earrings from?
Is this even a relationship question?
Look, a lot of people ask me this question, so I think I might as well throw it in there. She asked it to me underneath my post about people asking the questions. So she asked me, and yes, most of the earrings that I wear, the big wooden ones, are from the same woman, Miss Tremaine, and her site is www.maroondata.com.
Yes.
Data.
If I was this guy, I would have been brutally honest. No, not brutally honest, but I would have been honest.